Good morning all and welcome back to another adventure, and yes, we're off on another hike. So yes, it's Saturday morning and we are, well, when I say we, I mean me and the dog, are heading up to Ingram again because there's a hill there that I quite like to do. It's called Nagshead Knowe. Now whether I do that and get distracted by going to Davidsons Linn, I'm not quite sure yet, or I could go up onto Bloodybush Edge and back round via Cushat Law, but we'll see when we get there and see what the day brings. But I'm going to be out all day and I'm looking forward to it. It's a beautiful morning and the sky is clear at the minute. The sun has risen and yeah, it's a cold one, but I've got my gear and yeah, like I say, there's no snow unfortunately, but we had a grand weekend last weekend. I don't know if you saw my video of another hike at Ingram in the snow, and it was just beautiful. And then Riley and I went out on Sunday and sledged up near Middleton Crags, so that was fun. Right, catch you in a bit, I'm going to get going. And we are off. So as you can see, I have parked at Hartside farm and I am heading down the track to Alnamwa, and we're going to follow the tarmac road until we get to High Cantle and Low and High Bleakhope. As you can see, we're on the same road as we were last week, and it's slightly different this week because there's no snow. I know I've been on this road before, as in last week. However, I'd say this road is the gateway to all these hills here if you want to avoid Linnup Spout. But if you've never been to Linnup Spout, I'd pay it a visit. I just prefer to stay where it's quiet and peaceful, and you can probably hear we've got a little bit of wind today, which is bringing that chill down. I'm so distracted by the hills. That wind is definitely chilly. I'm gonna have to get my hat on and put my gloves on, maybe even my buff. I've just sheltered out the wind down here on this track. So this track, as I said earlier, will take you to all these hills around here and also onto the hill fort trails. This is where I was last week, and I decided to come back here because I wanted to revisit a walk that I did in the summer. I think it was last year or the year before, and it's a beautiful walk. It's very peaceful and there's hardly anybody goes on this trail, which is why I've chosen to do this one this week.
To whoever may need this nugget of encouragement, things will be alright, so quit your worrying. I get it, the odds seem stacked back against the wall, but even consider it such, know you'll stand tall. Sat and watch from the sidelines one too many times. Wicked games we play make me wanna lose my mind. Found solitude knowing it'll be over soon. Ever need a boost, count on me for the 1-2. Trouble don't last when the tough get going. Baby, all we do is win, so show me my opponent. Adversity, doubt, stress, could care less, cause how we handle those like an S on our chest. Super proud of how we held it down on the way up. Can't wait for our day to ball, this is a layup. Nobody ever said this would be easy, but trust when I say that you got it. I know you've been looking for a breakthrough, trying our best to make do. Every day is yes, it's true. Brighter days are straight ahead. Follow me, won't be misled. Just look up, don't hang your head, and we'll get to the promised land. Somebody loves you, please don't forget such. Take your time, no need to feel rushed. We gon' shine somehow one day. Word to O'Shea, today's been a good day. Don't let one bad apple spoil the tree. The fruits of our labor seem ripe, can't you see? A little insight so they'll never need.
So over there is the route I took last week, and now I'm just following this tarmac drive all the way for the next few miles until it runs out. And it's not the road to nowhere, it's the road to somewhere. There's Dunmore Hill and Headship over in the distance, and Little and Great Standrop, and this big one here in front of me is Ritto Hill, which sits above Linnup Spout. We're going to carry on up this road. So I decided to bring you along on this hike because I do get a lot of people asking me which is a good route to Davidsons Linn. And although there is a lovely route up from Barrowburn on the Alwerton side, the Cushat Valley side, I like this route up to Davidsons Linn. It's a bit longer, but it's a lot quieter, and it's just a stunning road and a stunning route up into the forests.
Trust when I say that you got. I know you've been looking for a breakthrough, trying our best to make do. Every day is something new, but change gon' come, oh yes it's true. Brighter days are straight ahead. Follow me, won't be misled. Just look up, don't hang your head, and we'll get to the promised land. Somebody loves you, please don't forget such. Take your time, no need to feel rushed. We gon' shine somehow one day. Word to O'Shea, today's been a good day. Don't let one bad apple spoil the tree. The fruits of our labor seem right.
On this road you can cut off here, and this is a quad track up here which takes you up onto Shilmore, and then you could do that, go across this ridge here, and then back down to Hartside farm if you wanted to do a shorter walk, and you'll get stunning views of all the valley and Headship and Cheviot and such like.
Trouble don't last when the tough get going. Baby, all we do is win, so show me my opponent. Adversity, doubt, stress, could care less, cause how we handle those like an S on our chest. Super proud of how we held it down on the way up. Can't wait for our day to ball, this is a layup. Nobody ever said this would be easy, but trust when I say that you got. I know you've been looking for a breakthrough, trying our best to make do. Every day is something new, but change gon' come, oh yes it's true. Brighter days are straight ahead. Follow me, won't be misled. Just look up, don't hang your head, and we'll get to the promised land. Somebody loves you, please.
Just down here you can see the River Breamish, and I'm following the road along the side until I get to Low and High Bleakhope. Beautiful, look at that. Oh, this is why I come out every weekend and just get some fresh air and some beautiful views. And this is our Northumberland National Park. We're now down on the valley floor, and round the corner is High Bleakhope. Sorry, Low Bleakhope. I always get them mixed up. Now that hill there, I think this is called Sniffy Snook or something. Snuffy's car. Snuffy's Scar, that's called, up here. And this big one in front of me is Low Cantle. So this is 3.5 miles in from Hartside car park. So this is Low Bleakhope. Now I'm going to go to the right and go to High Bleakhope, but if you take a left past the cottage you'll come onto Salters Road and it takes you up that valley back to Hartside. And that's Low Bleakhope in the distance, and we're just following the burn along, and we're going to pass through High Bleakhope, and then I'm going to sit. There's a lovely little bridge further on, about a mile, and I'm just going to sit there and have some hot chocolate and some malt loaf or a sausage roll or something for my 11s. We are just sitting down by the burn. We've come along from High Bleakhope and along the forest track, along the track, and I'm just sitting here by this lovely little burn before we go up onto Nagshead Knowe and along onto Salters Road, which is over there, over this little bridge. It's absolutely stunning along here. It's so peaceful. The keeper's just gone along with this quad to feed the pheasants, and it's just gorgeous. So we're going to have a little bite to eat and then crack on. Right, we're off again. So we've had a little 11s. Whoop, that was a slippy bit. We've had our 11s and we are going up onto Salters Road. And this is coming up onto Ainsey Burn, and there's Nagshead Knowe there, and that's up onto High Cantle. So I'm just looking on the map, and up towards Cheviot, just through that gap there, I can see a very faint quad track which takes you along the side of High Cantle. And if you follow it, you will get up onto Shield Kloof and then up onto Cold Low Cairn, which is the one when I did, sorry, I'll just turn you around so you can see it. If I've got sausage roll over my face, please forgive me. I've just stopped for a sausage roll. Anyway, so if you go that way, it'll take you to Cold Low Cairn. Now, I did a video last year, the worst route on Cheviot, which is the one that goes over Hedgerup and Coomfell and around Cheviot. It's the horseshoe. But when I did that route, I went off to the left as I went across Coomfell, and there's a hill with a cairn on it, and it's called Cold Low Cairn, and you can get to it from this side of the valley. If you come the way I've come along from Ingram to Low and High Bleakhope, you get to that little bridge behind me, and you stay on the other side, the right hand side of the burn, and that'll take you up to Cold Low Cairn, and then you can come back around the back here of High Cantle, and it'll take you past Little and Great Standrop and back down via Linnup Spout. So that's a nice route. I will do a video on that route at some point. I could have done it today, but I've got some this one in mind, so I'm going to do this one. Anyway, let's get going. So we're just climbing up towards Nagshead Knowe. There in the distance you can just see Cushat Law, the big nipple on the top of that hill, behind Shield Clough and High Cantle. That's High Cantle there, and this is Shield Clough, and then Cushat Law, and then this one with the bit of snow on is Nagshead Knowe. So that's quite a nice route I'm going to do, actually. I'm debating whether to do Davidsons Linn and then come back via Nagshead Knowe, or just come back this way, or cut out Davidsons Linn and do Bloodybush Edge. But that climb up to Bloodybush Edge is rough as a knacker. And then go back via, what's it called, Cushat Law. I don't know. I think I'll just see what happens. But look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful views down here. So this is what it's like in winter. When I came here the last time, I think it was summertime. Yeah, because the flies were out. But Cheviot has got a little cloud on it, but it keeps passing. Right, let's finish this little bit of ascent. I am just on Salters Road now, heading towards the forest that takes you down to Davidsons Linn, and I'm like fighting with myself whether to go up onto Bloodybush Edge and around Cushat Law. But oh my god, I remember when I did the Cheviot 6, that was a beast from Bloodybush Edge to Cushat Law. But you know, it's early in the day, I've got plenty of time, and I have, if I run out of time, I've got my head torch, I know where I'm going. I'll decide when I get to the junction of whether I'm going to do it. But this is the state of play today in the beautiful sunshine. I'm just coming off to the path that goes up to Bloodybush Edge, and I'm very tempted, but I know it gets rough, and I don't know whether I can be chewed on with off-roading today when this track and this walk has been so comfortable on the old legs and feet. But I don't come out into the hills for comfort, do I? I come out to get my legs and feet beasted, utterly beasted. We shall see. Look at that. Wow. Just beautiful. Oh. Well, that was the junction, and I could have gone up there and through those trees to the beautiful and tranquil Davidsons Linn waterfall, but instead my boots are taking me across the rough, boggy shite that is Bloodybush Edge. So we're going to give it a go today. Oh, it's going to be boggy as anything because of the snow melt, but I have an escape route, I think, that'll take us down this valley if I need to get out, if it's too boggy, because it's going to be hellish like with all the snow we've had. Right, onwards and into the brink of just nastiness. So I'm literally off-roading through the bog. Why am I doing this? What's the point? What is the point? I could have had a lovely waterfall, sat by a babbling brook and just relaxed, but now I'm off-roading over Boggy McBogface to get to a trig point that is probably sunken into the peat by now, because it was on its way a couple of years ago when I was up there. What am I doing? What am I doing? Answers on a postcard, please. I found a grassy knoll to climb up, so I'm climbing up the side of Bloodybush Edge. I figure I've got 4 hours, well, 5 hours of daylight left to get all the way around, but I do have an out if I need to get out of the bogginess. It's not that bad. I'm nearly at the top, to be fair. Look, the top is up there where that nice sunshine is. Rollers in the peat, and this is where I am at the minute, looking all over the Cheviot Hills from the side of Bloodybush Edge. And you know why it's called Bloodybush Edge? Because you're not allowed to say bloody for edge. It's a beast. It's a beast just because it's peaty and horrible and heathery and ugh. I'm not whinging, well I am, but you know, I've had a lovely little track all day, all morning, and now, in my wisdom, I decide to off-road. Why do I do it? Just for the adventure, I suppose, and just to see if I can be chewed to do stuff like this. I reckon it's going to be 16 mile maybe today. We'll see if I don't run out of battery. I did figure it out, it was 16 mile to Davidsons Linn from Hartside, and the last time I did it, it was 20 mile because I did extra. like over here, over this bit on the way back. So yeah, about 16 miles when I get back to the car. But I've got some nice shepherd's pie to have tonight for my tea, so that's what's getting us through. Ooh, and I made homemade sausage rolls last night, so I brought a couple of sausage rolls for my lunch, so we're gonna have those. We've had one, me and Rollo shared a one. So I had done the sausage meat, red onion chutney and mixed blue cheese and stuffing in with the sausage meat. So yeah, delicious. Oh, he's on the scent of something. I better go and get my dog. Ta-ta for now. So we made it to Bloodybush Edge. That's it, sunken in the peat. Lovely views into Alwitton and the Cushat Valley, and Kidland Forest is over that way, but you can't see anything because the cloud has dropped a little bit. Windigyle is over there, and the Pennine Way, and that's the back of Cheviot. My dog's gone mad because he can't get over the fence, but I've just jumped over to take a few photos at the trig point. But yeah, Bloodybush Edge. I don't come up here very often for obvious reasons. It's just a ball ache getting up here, and if you're get down, Rollo, if you're fond of a treat, I suggest you do it. If you don't like off-roading and bog, give it a miss. Yeah, it's not my favourite. I can't believe I'm saying I've got a least favourite hill in the Cheviot, but unfortunately Bloodybush Edge, this is it. And now I'm going to head over that way into the abyss to Cushat Law. It's 2 o'clock. I should really just head down that way back to the Saltless Road and have a nice little tool around down the valley. Oh, what shall I do? What shall I do? Cushat Law. I mean, it looks miserable over there and I've done it before. What shall I do? But then I just think, oh, you've just bottled out doing something a bit extra. Shall I do it? It's just that slog up that hill, man. It's awful and it's boggy. 2 o'clock. Got 3 hours. Oh, I don't know what to do. Light's nice over there. The cloud going over. Don't know what to do. Cushat Law or back down the way I came. Well, back down that way to Saltless Road following the fence line because it's an easier route. Or do I just put my big girl pants on and head over there? Do you know what? Sod it, I'm going. Right, me again. Right, I've descended down. I'm starting my descent off of Bloodybush Edge, heading to Cushat Law. I'm risking it for a biscuit. I know it's rough terrain, but nothing ventured, nothing gained, eh? Yeah, you've just got to have your wits about you. I may have to deploy the poles at some point, because if you go on the right side of the fence, I know further down on the right side of the fence there's a huge sinkhole which is the size of a bus. It was massive, and so this is why I'm sticking to the left side of the fence on the way down towards Cushat Law. Cushat Law is up there. I mean, it's obviously closer than what it looks like on camera, but it's still a slog. I think it's about 3 miles I've got to do to get there, and then another 3 or 4 back. So yeah, let's do it. I may have to stop for some water and stuff at the bottom before I start my ascent up the side of the hill. Right, let's go. Ta-ta for now. Right now, halfway down off Bloodybush Edge, and it's starting to look a bit more pleasant. We've got, what have we got? Hedge up, and that is High and Low Cantle, Shield Clough, Cheviot over that way. Hedge up, I've said that, Cunyon Crags, not Cunyon Crags, Little and Great Standrop, and there's Dunmore Hill in the distance, and behind it is Shilmore, and then this is my destination. And look, this is the edge of Kidland Forest. So over that way is Alwitton around the Cushat Valley. So we're right on the edge of the world here. But now that I've come down off the peat bogginess of Bloodybush Edge, I'm a lot happier. I mean, it was rough going behind us there, but proper ankle breakers. So I'm just taking my time. I'm not rushing. It's 2 o'clock and we're nearly at the bottom, and then we've just got the climb up, which I'm not bothered about the climb up. It's the going down and watching out for holes. So I'm gonna concentrate and I shall see you shortly. Just stop for a little breather. We're over the worst of it. Look, we've come right from back, all the way back there on Bloodybush Edge, and we've come all the way down through the bog face. This isn't so bad here because it's starting to harden off a bit, where it's not as wet. So now I'm just heading up the side of Cushat Law, and I was just starting looking to see how far I've come today. Jeez. So I'm nearly on my 10th mile. I'm just watching, there's a bird of prey up there. You can't see it, but I can. Anyway, yeah, so I'm on my 10th mile and it's 2:30. It's been lovely. It's getting cold now. Sun keeps going in and the wind has picked up. But other than that, I'm glad I did Bloodybush Edge. I know I was whinging on, but yeah, I kept changing my mind. I thought, shall I do Davidsons Linn? And then I thought, no, because it's a nice one to do in the spring and have a swim and what have you. And Bloodybush Edge, just kept looking at us thinking, go on, have a go if you think you're hard enough. And I remember the last few times I've done it, it's been brutal. It's just, it's not pleasant. It's rough, like I've said. And yeah, anyway, I'm going up Cushat Law, and then I'm forgetting what that hill down from Cushat Law is. Shield now, no, that's over there. I'll have a look on the map because I always forget that one. Right, ta-ta. Hurrah! I can just see the top of the cairn. So we are on Cushat Law. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. That was tough going, but I can just see the cairn. I'm going to sit and have a hot chocolate. Lovely jubbly. There we go. Cushat Law. I'm in the shelter. I'm gonna have a coffee and a sausage roll, and then Rollo, I can't speak, I need something to eat. Rollo and I are gonna head back down the hill via Bush Knowe. Bush Knowe. I love that name, Bush Knowe. Right, sausage roll time. Right, coffee had. I've got my woolies on, I'm going to put my gloves on, I've got my pole. Now we are heading down off Cushat Law. I've got my pole out just because it's a bit boggy in places and there's some holes and bits and bobs. So I'm just going to stop filming now just to get a little bit down off this hill, and then I'll come back when I get onto Salters Road. So that's the top of Cushat Law, and we've just come down here. I found a sort of faint quad track, which is the normal route that I go down. There is some like deep pockets of peat and stuff. So I'm just heading down there. I'm going to get onto this little ridge, and then further down is Bush Knowe. Come off Bush Knowe onto Salters Road, and then I'm going to go around the side of Shilmore back down to Hartside. So the route I've taken today was all the way along the bottom of that valley. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I've had a lovely day. It's 3 o'clock now, so we are heading home, and yeah, it's been lovely. this time. Didn't get to Davidsons Linn just because I changed my plan, as I normally do. It often gets changed. It's nice to save Davidsons Linn for another day. I know I said last week I would go this week, but I see things and then I think, oh right, I'm going to go and do that instead. You know, I fancy doing a couple of hills, so that's what I've done. Anyway, I'm going to head down. There's a little tiny bit of snow on Bush now, but that's the last of it, all gone. There's a little bit on Chevier and Hedgeup over in the cloud. Oh, they're proper over. The clouds coming over now, fast and furious, because the wind's picked up. That wind is freezing. Right, I'm gonna keep going and I'll bring you back further down. Right, that's me coming off Bush now, and this over here is the other side of Shilmore, where we were this morning, around the back of there. And this one over here, if you watched my video last week, that's High Law. So we are bang in the middle of where I was on my walk last week from down there. So we've come off the hill and we are heading onto this little track down the bottom here. Is Salters Road. We'll follow that for about 1/4 of a mile and then we'll go back down into the valley. So oh god, it's because I've had my hat on. Yeah, so it's been lovely. I may or may not speak to you again. If I don't, enjoy the rest of your weekend and thanks for watching Em's Adventure, and if I do, I'll see you in a bit. My face is frozen again. Off the hill now, and this is Salters Road. Now Salters Road, if you remember earlier in the video when I was coming along the tarmac drive towards Low Bleakhope, I said you could turn left and go up Salters Road back to Ingram. Well, this is about... So Low Bleakhope is about a mile down here. So if you wanted to sort of shorten the walk and not do all the Bloodybush Edge and all that, you could turn left at Low Bleakhope and come back up here. So this is Salters Road. And they used to take the salt and bits and bobs and booze and things like that from Morpeth to, I want to say, Kelso, in the north. Yeah, but I'm going to check because I forget. I'm old now and I forgot when I did the information on one of my videos about Salters Road. I'm sure it's Morpeth to Kelso. Anyway, I'll check and I'll pop it on the screen. Right, so I'm heading down here and I'm going to take a left, and this is the other side of Shilmore. It's gone so peaceful. I've got a feeling when I go around this corner the wind is going to be whipping. I think I'm sheltered because of the hill here, but oh, it's been lovely all the way up there. Oh god, I've been miles. So I'm on to my 12th mile now, so I think another couple of mile, 2 or 3 mile back to the car. That's a respectable amount of hiking today, I think.
as such, know you'll stand tall. Sat and watched from the sidelines one too many times. Wicked games we play make me wanna lose my mind. Found solitude knowing it'll be over soon. Ever need a boost, count on me for the 1-2. Trouble don't last when the tough get going. Baby, all we do is win, so show me my opponent. Adversity, doubt, stress, could care less. Cause how we handle those like an S on our chest. Super proud of how we held it down on the way up. Can't wait for our day to ball, this is a layup. Nobody ever said this would be easy, but trust when I say that you got it. I know you've been looking for a breakthrough, trying our best to make do. Every day is something new, but change gon' come, oh yes it's true. Brighter days are straight ahead. Follow me, won't be misled. Just look up, don't hang your head, and we'll get to the promised land. Somebody loves you, please don't forget such. Take your time, no need to feel rushed. We gon' shine somehow one day.
Heidi, hi. So I am just coming down to Alnham Moor Farm. I'm walking across Alnham Moor where I started my hike this morning. So I'm gonna leave this video here and say thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you on the next time's adventure.
I get it, the odds seem stacked back against the wall, but even consider it such, know you'll stand tall. Sat and watched from the sidelines one too many times. Wicked games we play make me wanna lose my mind. Found solitude.